What's up, guys? Brendan Hancock here with another episode of Groove Subaru today, and we're out here in Morrison, Colorado to compare two very commonly compared vehicles, the 2017 Subaru Forester and the 2017 Rav4. So I brought along very price similar vehicles, so to speak. So trim wise here, I've got the XT Touring with option package 34. So this is a fully loaded Forester with the larger engine. And then we also have the Platinum trim level, which is new for 2017 of the Rav4. So to give us a little bit more information about this Toyota, I brought along Mr. Joe Steiner. He's a good friend and colleague of mine over at Groove Toyota. Thanks for joining us today, Joe. Thanks. So tell us a little bit about this car, and when I look at it from the front, I absolutely love it. But this is the Platinum trim. It's new for this year, right?
New for this year. Platinum trim has decided to paint the skirts around the bottom of the car instead of keeping them black plastic. We have different interior cues with wood grain trim. Also got a lift gate that you can power with your foot.
Oh, like the Ford Escape has?
Exactly.
Cool, cool. We still don't have that. We got a power lift gate, but we can't use our feet. We're very against using our feet. So, I really love the aggressive styling of this. I hate to admit this, but my father actually has a Rav4, but he won it. He won it. So he's like, "Oh, I feel bad. I'm up by your Subaru." I'm like, "Dad, it's a great car. You're gonna love it." So, but I love that you guys have. We both have, you know, a similar eyesight system, the pre-collision braking, adaptive cruise on these trims. But you guys have sensors in the front as well. So tell me a little.
Parking sensors.
Okay.
So we have parking sensors, so if you get close to a wall or you're pulling up to another car, it'll beep at you, and the closer you get, the faster it beeps, so you know how close you're getting.
Okay, and in this camera too, you guys have a really cool bird's eye system as well, and I'm assuming that's what that camera
yes,
in the front
that camera, so the bird's eye view, when you're in reverse, you can see, it looks like you're a bird looking down on the car, so you can see a 360 view around your car when you're parking the car.
It is really awesome. Yes. I do absolutely love it. Why don't we kind of go over to the side here and kind of take a look at this Rav4 from the side. So from the side too, there's a couple things I think you were saying that are new for the Platinum trim that are visible on the side. Tell us about those.
The chrome trim on the door handles is new.
Okay.
That's for the Platinum. As you can see, like I said earlier, the bottom skirt is painted to match instead of being black plastic.
Okay. Definitely gives it a little bit more of the elegance, luxury look for sure, I think. So even on the highest trim level with the Forester, we still have that kind of plastic on there, which goes for the more rugged sort of look. Let's swing around here to the back side here. I think there's a lot of aggressive angles sort of back here on the Rav4. You guys have the parking sensors and stuff in the back here as well, right?
We do.
Cool, cool. And then you also have that awesome foot lift, as I call it. It's the technical term. Foot lift for the rear gate as well.
We do. That's new, and it's only on the Platinum.
It's only on the Platinum trim? Can you show
that
for us?
See if we can get it to go up.
There you go. Boom. First try. Nice, Joe. Nice, Joe. I like it. And this does also have memory height adjustment capabilities.
So
as
if you've got a shorter garage or a shorter person, you can also set the height, and it'll only go up as far as you want it to go.
Cool, cool. Very nice.
And you can set it to where it doesn't move any higher than that.
Cool, cool. And you guys have a nice 60-40 folding split in here.
We do.
I see this one has the compartment cover on there, so looks like quite a bit of cargo capacity, very wide and high entry point there, which is good for putting larger items in, which is good. So, cool, cool. Right. Now let's go take a look at the Subaru Forester and see how it compares to this vehicle. This is the 2.0 liter, it's a turbocharged engine because this is the XT Touring. So we do have a 2.5 liter naturally aspirated, very similar to the one that you have there. Now this one is going to have kind of like the aggressive look you have in the back. I think this one has a very aggressive look on the front bumper specifically. Now, this bumper that you see here with these air intakes on the sides, this is only going to be for the turbo versions. In comparison, I think that the normal 2.5 liter ones have a lot less going on than the Rav4. It's much simpler. I think that stylistically on the front, the Rav4 beats it when you're looking at a regular 2.5. I do like, however, one that does come with a bumper here. Now, we used to have a hood scoop on top here with the Turbo Foresters. They've got rid of that a while ago, but you do actually have the air that goes in here into your top-mounted intercooler, which is in the front there. So as we go along here on the side, like you were saying, the Platinum trim level, you know, they have the body colored, you know, on the bottom. Now, this is black, so it's kind of hard to tell, but this is plastic down here. We do have the addition of the chrome on the bottom here, so they are sort of going for that chrome look a little bit, kind of like the Platinum trim is, but you're not going to see the chrome on the door handles or anything like that, like you will on the Rav4. Lines are relatively sharp, but I do think that you guys have on the RAV4 a little bit sharper kind of look from the side at least than we do with the Forester. Would you agree with that? Or
I agree, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a little bit more rounded style to your Subaru then.
It's not as interesting from the sides, but it's still very, very solid overall. Just like with the RAV4, you are going to get the roof rails. This one, though not a standard feature, will come with the crossbars. A lot of the higher trim levels will come with those crossbars for you there. And then let's swing around over here to the back, shall we? So all of the premium and up trim levels are going to come with this spoiler, just like you see here. This used to just be for the higher trims, but we've added that to more of the trim levels here. And we do have the parking sensors on the back, and one thing that's really nice too is we do actually have reverse automatic braking. So it'll actually brake the car as well if you're going in reverse. It's only 5 miles an hour and under in which it'll actually work to actually brake the car there. But you still have the backup camera and everything, and new for it. Similar, not as cool as the bird's eye, but it does show you sort of how close you're getting, you know, slowly with different colored zones, so to speak. Now we don't have any foot thing. Everyone else seems to be doing that. Subaru doesn't believe in doing things with your feet except for gas and brakes. So, but we do have an automatic rear lift gate. We do also have the memory height adjustments, very similar to that. But you do have tons of space back here, and just I believe like yours is a 60/40 folding split also.
Yep.
So there's some stuff that's blocking that in here, but this is a 60/40 folding split with about 74 cubic feet of cargo capacity. So I believe very close to that of which the RAV4 offers for you as well. So. Now we can talk about these cars all day long, but I'm super excited, as I'm sure you are, to actually get behind the wheel and sort of take a look at some of the interior features and see how those change. So this actually has a little bit different suspension than its standard Forester does. So this actually has a sport tuned suspension, so it will be a little bit stiffer. So when we do get out onto the road there, you will notice that. Now it's kind of weird though. So like when I drive, I've driven both a lot, and like there's less roll, like it's stiffer, but it almost seems like it handles the bumps better though. So it's like stiffer and softer, and I don't know why. I can't explain it. But it seems like when I hit like bumps and stuff, the sport tuned suspension handles them better. It's very odd. Now this also does have, different than yours, so this has the CVT. So it's a high torque CVT, which is same as any other CVT, but it's just designed to handle a little bit more of the power and
the
stuff.
turbo.
Yeah, exactly. But you guys have a CVT in the
we have a CVT
hybrid
transmission in the hybrids.
There you go.
And a 6-speed transmission in the gas models.
See how that goes around those corners, though? It's really nice.
It's nice. Doesn't seem like a whole lot of roll.
Now you have 3 different driving modes with the turbo. The 2.5 would not come with these, but when you have the turbo mode, you've got what's called SI drive. So it's 3 different driving modes. And those are the buttons, yep, right there. Okay. And you can change those while you're driving. You can also change in between manual and regular drive as well. So you can use the paddle shifters if you'd like as well. Just gives you a little bit more control over the driving experience. You know, this is the turbo. People who are opting for this want that a little bit more engaging driving experience. So non-turbo models will not come with paddle shifters. They'll simply have a low gear option available. Now you can see in here too, you know, the brown leather edition, which I'm a huge sucker for brown leather. I think kind of narrows that gap a little bit, but you know, on yours, you know, you have all up here and stuff, which is going to be leather, and we don't have that up here as much. It's a little bit more of a.
Is this the only leather option in this version?
The brown leather? No. So you do have black. So with turbos, it's either brown or black leather. Gotcha. So you can't get a light colored leather interior with a turbo option. On a regular touring, you know, a 2.5i touring, you would be able to get that. How's the visibility?
It's good. The pillars aren't too big.
Yep.
It's pretty good visibility. The blind spots aren't bad.
Most cars have the mirror actually on, you know, up there in the middle. So they added this kind of third window there to kind of make it so the A-pillar doesn't obscure your visibility around corners, which on a road like this is when that comes into play. You know, being able to see sort of around the corners better, so you're not leaning forward or leaning backward a lot.
Now, what does the Sport Sharp mode do?
So Sport Sharp is going to be the highest, you know, level of it. So you have Intelligent, you've got Sport, and then Sport Sharp. as you go up consistently, it's going to change airflow into the turbo, so you'll have more airflow going through the turbo. It also adjusts your throttle response. So if you touch the gas, it's going to go up to a higher RPM. It's also going to shift at higher RPMs as well.
Gotcha.
And sometimes you'll notice too, like driving Sport Sharp in traffic would actually be obnoxious. It would seem like too much, honestly, because it'll kind of keep you up at higher RPMs and slow down, and then you kind of have to almost manually upshift. So it's nice for around corners and stuff like this when you're up on the highway. But intelligent mode for most of the time is going to be plenty adequate for you.
What's all that?
So that up here is your boost gauge. So you've got a couple of screens here you can change through. So you've got, clocks, average MPG things like that. But this is where I keep it on my car. This is going to show you your boost gauge. So it's going to show you percent acceleration on the left, and then it's going to also show you airflow into the turbo as well. So
Gotcha.
Gives it just that little bit of the sporty look, which is really nice. So cool. How'd you like it?
It was fun. It was good. It's a little bit different.
It is fun.
It's a lot of bit different.
It is fun. Yeah, no, absolutely. But I'm excited to get behind the Rav4 because, that's, a lot of our customers when I was in sales, that's like the car that they're comparing it against. So I'm very curious to see sort of how it drives similarly. So why don't we hop on over into the Rav4 and give me the opportunity to get behind the wheel. So first thing I notice, dude, these seats.
They're pretty comfortable.
This is like a lazy boy.
They're soft Tex leather.
So soft. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh, yeah. And you a lot of the places and things that we have, the leather stuff in ours, it's here, but they're just larger pieces of it, and then on the dash even too. This is nice. Up here still hard materials, but that's how you make a car cost effective without you gotta give and take a little bit.
Yep.
But I feel like I sink into it, and I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean it in a good way. And I love this kind of dark wood grain. That's really nice. I'm a big sucker for wood grain. All right, let's get going here. So we've got a couple driving modes, right? So I've got Eco mode, which sort of cuts off a little bit.
Eco mode is supposed to help the gas mileage a little bit by not letting you do those quick jackrabbit type starts.
Okay.
So it de-throttles the engine just a hair.
Okay.
Okay. It also works with the heating and air conditioning. Kicks them down a notch when you got them on full blast, so the engine's not working so hard to help save a little bit of gas mileage.
Good. One thing I noticed for sure here, visibility-wise, really great over the front. We do have the mirrors here and stuff, but the A-pillars are narrow. You know what I mean? Yeah. They're not super obtrusive and bombarding, so it doesn't become too big of an issue there. I like the leather-wrapped steering wheel. Feels good on the hands.
It's heated just like the Subaru.
Nice. That's new for 17. We just added
that. Is. So. Yep, that's only in the Platinum.
Only in the Platinum, which is also new for 17. So, now, I thought I noticed, I might have just been paying attention on the road, which is what I should be doing, of course. But I thought I just noticed the Eco button go on and off. Does it come on automatically, or how does that work exactly?
Nope. The Eco mode is a little bit different than the Eco Light that will come on there.
Oh, okay.
That Eco Light comes on when it tells you you're driving fuel efficiently.
Nice.
And so it kind of gives you a good idea when you're getting good gas mileage.
So I'm driving really well here, is what it's saying.
So if you turn on the Eco Mode button, there's a little surround in the multi-information display that tells you that the Eco Mode is actually on and doing those two things with the engine.
Nice. The transmission, despite being a 6-speed, I'm not noticing like big lag in the shifts or anything like that. So it's actually doing quite well. Now, would you say a majority of customers opt for the hybrid, or do you think is it kind of a nice solid blend?
It's a nice solid mix. They don't make as many trim levels in the hybrid as they do the gas model.
Yeah.
So it's tough to compare exactly, but there's a good mix. We with the hybrid model not being too much more money at all.
Yeah.
It's a good option to have.
Yeah. And fuel economy is that's one of the big things the Rav4 has, you know what I mean? There's not a lot of hybrid crossover SUVs in this category. I mean, and you guys, the Prius, that's the hybrid. You guys make better hybrids than anybody. Even BMW, if I'm not mistaken, comes to you guys to help make
Honda and
car.
BMW, and they use Toyota technology.
Yeah. Because I think, one of the downfalls of the non-hybrid is fuel economy is okay. You know what I mean? It's 28 and 23, which is not bad. for an all-wheel drive car, but the hybrid is exceptional.
Exceptional.
Better than anybody by a lot. Where are the features for like the eyesight equivalent? What's it called with Toyota?
It's Toyota Safety Sense.
Toyota Safety Sense.
And with the lane departure alert and all the technology, it's done with stuff up here and cameras in the front.
Okay.
Okay.
Where are those buttons?
The buttons, so to turn off, you can turn off lane departure alert really super easy actually. And it's actually right on the side over there. If you were to reach out with your left hand, it looks just like it has the same symbol.
I see. Okay, that's turning it off. I see the heated steering wheel logo over there.
And when it's on, it's got a little symbol up there in the multi-information display right below the miles.
Now, do you guys have like a lane keep assist also?
We do, and that it gets turned on when the lane departure alert is on as well. So and you can turn that off separately if you'd like.
So is lane keep on right now?
Lane keep is on, yep.
Oh, really? Automatically?
Yep. So the only way to turn it off is to go in there and manually turn it off in the settings in the multi-information display.
Really?
Yep.
That's kind of cool.
So you're doing pretty good because it would beep at you because our system uses the camera to pick up the yellow and white lines.
Yeah.
As long as you're standing,
Subaru.
Yep. As long as you're standing in between, it won't beep at you.
So what you're saying is I'm an exceptional driver.
If you were to let go of the steering wheel, it should pick up the lines and the steering assist.
I'm trying to scroll. Oh, I see. So probably around corners, probably not the best idea.
Not the best idea, but
I can see that both lines are lighting up, so that means that it's picking up both the lines, though. Watch. So that's kind of like
telling you're getting too close to that.
Oh, there you go. I can feel it. I feel it. It stiffens it up a little bit, very similar to Subaru.
It'll just very easily put you back into the middle of the lane.
Nice. I like it. I like it. Very, very impressive, my friend. We still have to drive up to the top here, so now we got a little bit of uphill. I'm going to do what's called a little sport mode action here.
You can
I think I put it in sport mode.
You're right. You see how it's red?
Yeah. Because red means sport.
And it tells you sport at the bottom, too.
Oh, I see. Yep. Okay. Oh, jeez.
It uses the suspension and similar, but doesn't go in depth, I guess, as much as the Subaru does.
It kind of it goes up to some higher RPMs there, so it's like kind of it almost acts like turbo lag because it's like it goes up and then it like really downshifts. You know what I mean? You know, so it's like
stays in that lower gear a little bit longer.
Yeah. But then it like really picked up. I could hear that. I was like, oh boy. All right. Watch out,
180 degree turns.
I know, seriously, right? I was just testing out the suspension though. Yeah, I definitely don't notice the 8-pillars really coming in hard there at all. And I definitely love the soft feel of the car itself. I said this about when I was driving the Escape too. It feels heavy, you know, but it's not. It doesn't act heavy. It feels heavy, which is good. There we go. Ooh. So okay, now I kind of get why people sort of like a 6-speed a little bit, because you get that.
You can feel it shift.
Yeah. We've driven both of these cars. I have to admit, it was quite an enjoyable drive. I did like it. How did you like driving the Forester?
It was great. The power was different. It was good.
It was nice. It was nice. Yeah. So I mean, overall, you look at these two cars. Toyota and Subaru are the absolute top of the game for reliability, longevity, and just overall performance for years and years to come. So if you're looking for reliable cars, these are the two that you should really look at in that sort of crossover SUV style. What are some things you think Toyota has better than this Forester?
I think it's a little bit more luxurious if you're looking for that type. It's got some soft touch trim features on the interior. The technology with the bird's eye view is quite nice, and I think it's just a little bit more luxurious.
I agree. I mean, you know, it's the brown leather and things are nice. It's nice to sit, but a lot of the places where you have that soft touch leather, though, it just kind of separates it, puts it a step ahead. A couple of things I think that this does better. You know, when you look at ground clearance and stuff, that's 8.7 versus just over 6. Both cars are going to handle very well in the snow. If you're looking though for, you live high up in the mountains where really, really deep snow where ground clearance does come into play, you do have the standard all-wheel drive and then also the performance element of the turbo option, which is available. I think when you guys have a hybrid, we don't have something like that. So for city driving, things like that, when you've got over 30 MPGs combined with the hybrid, that's definitely a great vehicle to look at, in that regard as well. So. Yep. At the end of the day though, I think these are both amazing cars. The way to determine for yourself which one's right for you is to test both of them out. So check out the links below to inventories for both Groove Toyota and Groove Ford to see all the RAV4s and Foresters we have available. Joe, thank you so much for joining us today. It was awesome to have you along. And if you guys haven't done so already, subscribe today, and we'll see you guys next time on Groove Subaru Today.